Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is verb phrase 253. Verb phrase today is bounce around. So bounce around actually has, we'll be covering 5 uses and 5 meanings. Okay, let's look at the first one. To change or move between a number of different things, especially jobs, places, etc. All right, so we have 2 examples for this one. Here's the first one. He has never held a steady job. He bounces around from one job to another. Yeah, so we often say that people will bounce around jobs. Yes, if they don't, continue to stay in a steady job. Or the second one here. He has lived in a number of cities throughout his career. He bounced around from city to city because his company reassigned him several times. So they kept moving him and assigning him to somewhere else, different. Maybe he stayed here for a couple of years, there for a couple of years, and so on. So he bounced around from city to city. Okay, good. The second meaning here is to circulate widely, go all around. The story went viral and bounced around the internet. So you might hear that. Something can bounce around the internet for days. Okay, let's continue. Number 3 here. To initiate means like to start. To initiate a topic with someone, often to mention and discuss something, usually to see the response or feedback one gets. Okay, so here's an example of that one. This is an interesting suggestion. I'll bounce the idea around with my boss to see what he thinks. Yeah, so this is exactly how we use it. All right, number 4. Moving around in an uncontrolled way with repeated hops, especially a ball, but it could really be any object that was thrown and hits and bounces a number of times, then we could say that it could bounce around. It's more likely to be a round object though, but especially a ball. Okay, let's continue. That outfielder tried to make a diving catch. Sometimes they dive in the air, but he missed, and it bounced around the field. Yeah, this is a good way for a ball player to get a great extra base hit, maybe triple, maybe an inside the park home run or something. If the outfielder misses it, the other outfielder has to run and get it as it's bouncing all over the place. All right, number 5 here. To move restlessly or energetically in many directions. Okay, her ponytail bounced around as she walked. So if you ever see a girl have a ponytail in the back, and especially if she's walking very fast, and it's kind of like bouncing up and down, or even from side to side, if she's walking very quickly. All right. In the old sing-along cartoons, yes, they used to say, follow the bouncing ball as it bounced from letter to letter. Yeah, when I was a kid, they used to have that on the cartoons. Nowadays, I think they just mostly darken the colors so that you know how to sing with the words. They still have a lot of sing-along like videos for kids and things like that. They don't usually have a ball bouncing on top anymore, but they'll have colors changing so that they know, what speed or what pace to sing at, or, when to pause possibly. All right, good. And just the last little note here is most of the meanings come from the idea of a ball, bouncing around, that the ball bounces around. That's where most of these meanings came from. Okay, anyway. I hope you got it. I hope it was very informative. Again, if you like how you can get a lot of different meanings just from one verb phrase, I'd appreciate if you give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.